Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome back to another episode of Living World of Darkness, Rage Across New York. Tonight's episode centers on the Sept of the Green, particularly the Fianna Castle. A guru by the name of Icarus has asked for other guru if they wanted to join him for a couple of drinks, and Clay and Milo have decided to oblige. Clay has a question for Icarus, a rather important one that has been on his mind for some time now. So he's kind of excited. And that's pretty obvious when he walks down. And there's a big smile on his face. And he calls out as soon as they're in the basement bar, Icarus, there you are.
Uh, for Icarus, pretty much that. He's realized that he's been spending so much time with now being a guardian and running back and forth between territory and his girlfriend's house and probably chasing down wild thoughts and working at the zoo. He realizes he's kind of been slipping away from keeping in touch. So he kind of had like a wide call if anyone was up for drinks to like hang out. Um, Sitting, he's probably sitting off to like the side of the bar. He's got a newspaper that's folded in half. He's got a Shirley Temple. When he hears his name, he perks up and he turns to see Clay, and there's like a big grin because he doesn't really see Clay. They don't see each other like one on one very often, so he's already excited that Clay showed up. He goes, Clay! And he has this like almost childlike excitement and like absolute joy that Clay showed up. And he's like, come over, come over, come over. And he kind of like does like that obvious like look around. Did anyone else show up?
Milo came with.
And a little slow down the stairs. Next up is Milo, looking significantly less armed than usual. But yeah, he shows up with a big smile on his face.
No weapons in the drinking room.
Mhm.
Icarus waves over to Milo, and then he like does the over welcome as if he were a merchant bringing them into his wares. Oh, come over, come over. Sit. I'm excited. You guys are both here. Yay! And he does like once more, like look around to see if anyone else happened to like show up behind them. But he doesn't seem to be like looking for anyone in particular. He's just, you can see there's just obvious curiosity. But as they show up, he focuses his attention back to the two of them.
Yeah, Milo will go and take a seat on the far side of Icarus and uh, chill for a second. Yeah, probably try to order a drink from the gentleman with no eyes behind the counter.
So how you guys doing? How's it going? What's new?
Are you still there, Rob? Oh, I think he
Hello.
might have stepped away.
Oh,
Hello.
there you are. Hi.
Oh, okay. My headset was a little bit unplugged and apparently wasn't picking up my voice.
Oh no.
Anyway, I was saying, yeah, Clay will order a beer. It's not anything fancy, and when Icarus asks what's new, Clay will look up at Milo like, "You first."
Milo nods then, and he says, well, doing more training, talked to the Cubs a couple of times, mostly just focusing on Guardian stuff and collecting my thoughts. I don't know. Starting to brew some plans. Early stages.
What kind of plans? What's going on?
Well, Havika mentioned something about how we should be branching out into the city more. We all seem to be focused in our business a lot, and he mentioned Jacob's connection to the police and how useful that's been.
Mm,
Havika and I talked a little bit about his plans, vaguely, I think, but figured I'd think up my own.
He's going back to school? Something like that.
okay.
Yeah, you mentioned finance.
Mm. I ain't never been to school. What's it like?
For Icarus, he kind of like ponders that himself. You could see he's trying to like remember. He's like, bunch of kids in one place being kids, I think. He's like, I don't know. I mean, I kind of got homeschooled, but it's kind of hard to explain, being in a shelter and after a while, you end up like fighting kids. And then, of course, they're all like, well, we wouldn't have a problem if you had a, real home. And yeah. You could just see he just like, whatever. But I guess it's a place you go to learn a bunch of stuff that may or may not be useful later on in life.
I mean, I know what a school is. My experience with it has been TV shows and movies.
Well, I went to public school.
So what was it like?
Well, it was I don't think I did it the right way. But I did it the fun way. You're supposed to sit down and focus a lot and take a lot of notes and do a lot of homework. But I was very distracted. I was a very distracted kid.
Okay.
So there's different ways you can go through school. Yeah.
Yeah. There were some kids that really focused hard on getting a good grade, and they knew where their futures were going to be already. They knew what they were going to go to college for and what they wanted to do with the rest of their life. And then there are people that are still trying to figure out, I don't know, what they're comfortable with and who they are. Some dealing with stuff, some that aren't. Well, everybody's dealing with stuff, but
Oh.
But yeah, it's a really mixed bunch. Like you said, you can do it in different ways.
Oh.
So Havoc is going back to school. That's cool.
Yeah, you said something about online classes.
Okay. I don't know what that does. What is that, Milo?
It's when you go to school, but on the computer.
You can
Why?
go to
Why?
school on the computer?
Why don't you just go in the classroom?
Well, because I don't know. Some people are more comfortable with it that way, I guess. Some people want to go to school from far away, and some
Oh,
people
wait.
want to solo in public, maybe.
Right, because, yeah, well, Guru and Rage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes
Okay.
sense.
Okay.
I wonder if he's going to school on the computer, if I can go to school on the computer.
Do you want to go to school on the computer?
I don't know. He was talking about, to the other keepers, he was talking about not letting the human world pass us by. Well,
Oh.
well, I don't very much have a lot of experience with the human world. Might be nice. I don't know. Maybe talk to him about it. Huh.
Usually costs money too, so you might want to think about what you want to go to school for.
Yeah.
Wait, you gotta choose what you go to school for?
You do it online, yeah. There's a lot of different. Well, the goal is supposed to be to get like a degree, so there's a certain combination of classes you got to take in order to get a degree.
Now, I know you ain't talking about like Fahrenheit or Celsius.
No. No. So, like, you know how doctors have to go to school to be doctors?
Yeah. I watch Scrubs.
When they get done, they get this piece of paper on the wall. It's framed and it's signed by the principal or whatever, and it's a degree that says, you know, I learned, and I'm allowed to do what I'm doing.
Oh, so basically it's like proof.
Yeah,
Okay.
but also kind of like an award.
So, like, it's a human rank or something like that?
You certainly see it that way.
That's cool. Yeah, I think I'll talk to him about that. I think it'd be
No.
cool to have a human rank.
I have rank 1. Yeah. We finished high school, got my GED. That's pretty like most humans get. Most, not all. Some of us don't even finish school. But when you do, ta-da. And then there's Havika with his degree in journalism. I guess going back to school for another degree. Icarus has a small frown. He's like, wonder what he's going to school for. I'll ask him. And then you just see he just brushes it off really quickly, like, I'll ask him.
I almost imagine a hair flip.
If he had a hair to flip, it'd have been flipped. It's no problem. And Clay, what have you been up to? How's it going in your world? How's the forge?
The forge is pretty good, actually. I've been working on weapons for the new Cubs. So far, it's knuckles for Ethan, knives that can be thrown for Tina.
Why are you giving her more knives?
Well, because she deserves them. You
She's
know,
gonna be like, "Mhm, okay, okay."
I mean, these poor kids, they've
I,
been torn out of the life that they thought they were going to live. Now they gotta live our lives. Might as
mm-hmm.
well, might as well have a welcoming present.
Icarus like leans in. He's squinting. He's listening in. He goes, "Uh huh, mm-hmm."
What? No one
No,
gave
no,
you
no,
a
no,
welcoming present?
no. Then you can see it's like an overpowered. He goes, "No, I gotta, no, but keep going." You can tell he looks hurt, but he's also like really excited, but he's still hurt. And you could just see that you don't even have to roll for this. You could just see it's all over his face. He's just like, "I'm hurt. I can get one." But I'm also really excited because they're getting one because they're little babies and they need to be protected. And you could just see it's all over his face. He's just, you could just read the whole body. He's just like, okay, so Tina is going to be Knifey McKnifeson. And then
Well, she can't
Ethan is
throw
going
the
to be
one that
Knuckles.
she has.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, she
It's
might.
not balanced for throwing.
Okay,
You
fair.
gotta have knives. To throw a knife, you gotta have it balanced. It has to be balanced at the hilt, 50-50. You gotta make sure that the turn, and yeah, well,
Okay.
there's a lot to it.
Okay. Okay. So what else is everybody else getting? And he sits up. You could tell, and like his shift, he shifts again. He goes, okay, okay. So
You know
what?
what? In
What?
my defense, I had not been at the Sept when you were a cub.
You know, I'm just giving you fuss.
I know, but like, I kind of feel like I need to defend myself here.
Oh, well, Habakkuk gave me a gun, so I got a welcoming present too.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, yeah. So I got something too.
You got a metal spitter.
Exactly. Now I just have to go learn how to shoot it.
What a neat name for what that is.
Metal spitter. I like that. I like that. Like Missy's got reason, and Dorian's got diplomacy, and I have a metal splitter. I'm here for this.
Oh, if we're coming up with names for weapons, I think I think Tina's should be food for thought.
Man. Oh yay. We will. We'll just give her the oh man. Oh man, that's great.
Food for thought.
Mm-hmm.
Let's make sure she doesn't hear that one.
I mean, but she's food motivated.
She's
Like,
very
more
food
so than I'm
motivated.
food motivated. And I'm pretty food motivated.
You're a bone gnar.
Yeah. Yeah. But like, she's almost like me. Not.
It's true. I told her a while after well she had some time to settle. I figured I'd go visit her at the Over Easy. And I guessed which 3 tribes she might choose to join. I said she was either coming with me to the Get of Fenris, she was following what may be her destiny in the Black Furies, or she could go Bonar. But I can only see those three.
Why does nobody want to join the Fianna?
I know nothing about you all other than Toby, who's a very bright, light-spirited person who likes to drink and be loud.
Am I loud?
Well, you're not, but I knew Toby first, so he's the template.
Right.
Like Moses gave me the template of Coggies, who are like Bonars who have money, which makes them not Bonars. They're always like feeding people and being really cheerful and like overly pleasant and like caring about people. And apparently not all children of Gaia, but I'm like,
I think that's called empathy.
well, I mean, I know what empathy is. I'm just saying, I don't know much else outside of what Moses represents. So I think if like all children of Gaia are like Moses. Just like I think a lot of Fianna are like Toby, except for Blood Eclipse. And he's just a punk. He looks around real quick. Yeah.
Let's make sure none of his kinfolk are around. Fuck.
Sorry, that was totally out of character laughing, but yeah. But
we love you, Andrew.
Andrew knows. But and then Icarus will like kind of give a wave over to Milo, and I was like, I feel Gad are very like spirited individuals who take a lot of pride in their history and always strive to do a whole lot to like make sure that everybody gets in and gets back out. Okay, so you guys kind of set the template of how I think about you guys as tribes. So yeah.
You know what? That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of tribes.
And we sidetracked it. What was everyone else getting?
Well, I need to meet with Caesar.
Cesar?
Yeah, Caesar. Is that how you say his name?
Uh-huh.
With the emphasis? Caesar. Okay.
Cesar. It's like the S is a Z. It's C.
Caesar. Oh, right. All right.
Yeah. Gotcha.
That's a cool name.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Much better than the Roman asshole. Or the salad.
Hey, back to Clay, not Robert.
No, that was Clay.
I was just like
Robert likes anchovies. Robert likes anchovies. Clay does not like anchovies.
Oh.
I will be actually right back.
Okay.
Right, so you guys, yeah, be right back.
Yes.
So how's the zoo been?
Oh man, it's been great. You'd be surprised how many people always want to speak to your manager until they find out me. I'm the manager. Well, I'm not really, but I'm the unofficial manager. It makes it a little bit easier because if they actually have to speak to the manager, then there's really, really a problem. And obviously I couldn't handle it, but it's been really good. And I'm slowly getting to, get a little bit more trusted with the animals, but they still don't like me. So I'll get there. I'm going to get there. Gets me a chance to get to work with people and kind of like listen to conversations and just, try to work myself into like human society, even though
Yeah. Glad we're keeping good spirits about that. But Let me know if you need a hand. I can. I think I might be able to be helpful because they have things to say. Not all ears can hear it.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Cat?
I'm here.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
sorry.
did you hear what Milo said?
Yes, he said that he can help Icarus hear the animals. And Icarus kind of like gives like a slight nod. He goes, no, I hear them plenty. They're kind of rude. Hella rude. So I keep thinking that one day I'm going to bring them snacks and then they get mean. And then I'm just like, y'all get no snacks.
Wait, hang
He
on.
has like he has a determined like pout, like I can acknowledge these
Wait a
animals
minute.
being mean to me.
How can animals be rude?
Oh man.
Well, they talk.
Yeah, I don't. Wait, what?
He kind of glances at Milo like, you gonna tell him or me?
Oh, I didn't know you learned the beast tongue.
Yeah, I decided I would. I like to talk. I knew everything else liked to talk. I wanted to find out who else could talk.
Y'all two. Wait a minute. Y'all two can talk to just basic animals.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Is this a Galliard thing?
It's
Yes.
a gift of the gibbous moon.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Actually, out of character, I think it's also a Fiona gift. I'm not sure.
I think so.
we share a lot of them.
But it's okay if it's But it's okay if Clay doesn't know that.
Yeah. You'd be surprised. Like I said, so I work at the zoo and yeah, the animals are kind of rude, but mostly because and he points at himself, higher age and stuff, and I'm still trying to figure out how to like come across that I'm not gonna do awful things. And even the like lions get all uppity and it's weird. And yeah, I'm working on it. Right now. I'm just working on the human side and telling all the Karens who want to speak to our manager that I am the manager, and that usually just ends that there.
Wait a minute. Are the animals in this instance? Are the animals Karen? Is that what you're saying?
No, actual humans. Karen is
Oh.
yeah. No. Karen's the just really mean lady who thinks that she can boss people around and get away with it because she has money or she has whatever she's got, and people aren't people. Yeah, big hair and like really high haircut in the back, high top. Where I don't know whatever women call their haircuts. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I say Karen because I think I've met like 4 Karens like in the past month who wanted to speak to the manager, and they even introduced themselves as Karen. I thought they thought they carried more weight. Mm.
I'm surprised you'd want to learn that. I would think that being able to talk to those animals would hurt.
They seem to be okay. I mean, as much as obviously being in a zoo can be. Yeah. Clay, you were talking about weapons, and you got like 2 down. And what was going on for Cesar? You said you weren't too terribly sure.
I
Ah,
was.
3 down.
I'm not sure about Cesar. See, because I've been wrong. Well, I've been wrong 2 out of 3 times so far, and starting to think I'm not really a good judge on this, and need to actually ask them what they lack.
Hmm.
I know, crazy
Uh,
concept, right?
well, I mean, he likes dancing, so something that he could maybe take with him that can go with his clothing, or in case he could use his dance skills to the advantage of his weapon. You just shrug, like, mm-hmm.
What do you mean by dancing?
Like when the music's on and your body starts moving and you
No,
start
no, I
jamming
know,
around.
I know what dancing means. I'm, I know that, but
Okay, I was just like, I felt that that was a trick question, and I was like,
no,
I'm
but
just gonna
like,
go with it.
what do you mean? Like, does he? Are we talking dancing with a partner? Are we talking
Oh,
line dancing? Are we talking?
like clubbing.
And he's just gonna stare at Icarus.
Okay, so and he squints. He squints off to the side, like, how do you express this? He goes, I'll have to turn on some music for you sometime, and then you just feel the beat, and that'll give you an idea.
It's a special
Or we'll watch
combination.
like, hmm,
It's a special combination between drinking and dancing in public while listening to a pretty specific kind of music. Some people, instead of drinking or along with drinking, they do drugs. But
Is this the kind of
not
music
every.
that Zelda puts out?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
yes.
How do you dance to that?
Well, Icarus will
Some
start
people.
like tapping. He'll start tapping his finger, just kind of like, not like at a kind of quick, but it's like steady pace. And he goes, so underneath all the music, you can hear a beat, and you kind of flow with that. And of course, sometimes they might have two beats, and he'll look at Milo like, Milo, do another beat while I'm doing this beat. And then he'll just keep on with this beat. He'll be like, do, 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 do. Yeah. So we have these two beats going, and sometimes I might dance to the beat I've got going on, or someone else might dance to the beat that Milo's doing. But like there's like all these different beats, and people just kind of like dance to them specifically. Yeah.
Doesn't that get confusing? Like, if there isn't a centralized beat to the music, isn't it just kind of like noise at that point?
At first, yes. At first, it just sounds like a whole lot of everything, but you find something that really just connects with you, and you just go with it.
Right.
And some beats are louder than others. Some are like centralized, like everybody focuses on that one specific beat. Other songs have like they're like layered on top of each other, so you're never really wrong. You might not just dance the same way someone else is.
You might not like it, Clay. It's dark. A lot of people really close together.
See, you guys are on that boots and pants, and he's still on that like, and he's still on that like, don't break my heart, my egg.
Oh
I
yeah.
just don't think you'd understand.
Oh man. But I'll have to get you to the music. Maybe not like Zelda's music, but some other stuff. I'll talk to Caesar. We'll find some music for you to like jam to. Get an idea of what he's about or what he likes.
All right. Cool. Yeah, Zelda did say something about introducing me to this clubbing thing. I'm a little nervous about that, but sounds fun, at least if it's safe.
I don't know.
I think you just need to make sure you have your strongest, tightest hat on.
Yeah, probably. Or let my hair grow just a little bit more.
Okay.
Milo makes a face. Like, it's a face that says, but he doesn't say it. It's very much a face that says, I can't picture you with long hair.
I got gifts. Out of character, I got gifts.
Gifts for growing hair?
I got gifts for Kevin.
Gifts.
Yeah,
right,
gifts,
yeah.
gifts.
He's a glorious man when he does have hair.
I know. But yeah, enough of my man crush. But yeah, no, because the reason I ask what type of dancing he's into is it does have to do with what type of body movements he's used to. If he's used to something more fluid, then I can work with that. I can see what weapon would work with that. You know, if he's used to more sort of uniform, you know, and he hops off the bar stool and does like a quick little, you know, like box step line dance kind of thing. You know, if he's used to that, I can work with that too. But your body likes to move the way it likes to move. Fighting, dancing, another F word, but
Was that in character?
yeah.
Milo nods and takes a drink with a bit of a smile.
So yeah, you want to do what's easy for you, especially when it's in a new environment. Killing worm creatures, for folks who ain't never had to kill worm creatures, that's a new environment.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or do I sound crazy? Do I sound crazy?
Nah.
No, you're kind of making sure that they're prepared. You know, it's like going to a new city that you never really like prepared for. You're like, here's some information and also something just to have with you in case you get in trouble. Hmm. Hmm. But no, you don't sound crazy.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Well, what about you? What are you up to?
Icarus like blows out of his lips. He's like, wow. And he kind of like sits back and straightens up as if he has like a whole story to tell. Not a whole lot.
Right. All right. Because
Okay, so in
Okay,
that review,
we both weren't there for that Guardian conversation earlier.
you asked what I'm. Look, I'm getting there. I'm building up the tension, guys. This is what I do. So I work at the zoo. During my breaks, I like to read, and he holds up his newspaper, trashy, conspiracy-esque, newspapers like the National Inquisitor and all sorts of just wonderfully awful, trashy things that talk about like all sorts of things like Bigfoot and the Loch Ness Monster, which I'm pretty sure are just guru sightings, and people are really smart enough to, make them all go away. But
one's a guru, the other's a Mokale. We know this.
what? A what?
A Mokole.
What's that?
No, I'm out of character. I was
was like, what? What are you talking about? What?
No,
That's a lie.
No, Emma, don't kill me. I know nothing about Mokole.
Okay. You were about to break this poor kid. He's gonna be like, I'm just gonna go take a nap. I'm gone. Bye.
Mokole's real? Fuck.
Lizard people? I'm done. I'm leaving. But so
I am not the Lizard King.
He'll give a small shake of the paper. Reading up on, really weird connections and stuff. Part of me has been like waiting for Glass on the Wall to come back with more information about the sleepwalkers. But I figure while I wait, if I have information or like secrets and stuff that's been happening, then her and I can swap information, and we won't be friends, obviously, but we'll at least be like secret swapping buddies. Anyhow, thank you. I mean, yeah, we'll be secret swapping colleagues. So doing a bit of that. And then obviously you guys all saw the whole like breakdown with like Dorian and myself. So like I'm putting that down for now. I gotta go talk to someone. I'm gonna talk to her probably like soon. Because
you ain't crazy though, right?
I'm like, I would like to think that I'm crazy because the alternative will really suck.
The alternative we'll take care of.
The alternative is someone killed my mom and then blew up the shelter to hide whatever was happening. And I'd like to believe my mom died natural causes and just because, life. So I have all this and it looks really crazy. And by looks crazy, I mean I want it to sound crazy. But,
out of character. I'm very sad now. I'm like, oh, buddy.
You're like, stop, Icarus. Because doing that, I'm going to talk later this week. I heard this name when Dorian's uncle was talking, and his name was Lovelace, and I knew I heard it somewhere. And by heard it, I mean I knew I read it somewhere. So I had to go through like a big chunk of my newspapers that I've kind of been collecting. And he rubs like the back of his head. He looks fairly embarrassed. But I found him, and there's actually like a couple of, and I took out the clippings, and apparently there's this thing called the Cure. And then he just kind of gives this big over the side shrug, but I don't know what it is. It's just that there's a cure somewhere. But it's obviously in the conspiracy theory magazines and newspapers. So it's just like, yes.
Like I don't want to add fire to this. I did fuel to this flame, but like, because I don't want you to go. I don't want you to go anywhere that you don't want to go, but fire in the hole told us we need to be checking our kinfolk's mail.
He blows out and he's just like, well, I mean, I just have two. I got my
I
Aunt
know.
Jewel, who's pretty cool. And there's Maple, and she's usually surrounded by like her friends and family. So I don't really have much else in the
And
way
I
of
got the
kinfolk.
Kellys. Kellys is good people. But isn't there... Do you not see how you hearing about this cure and this Lovelace connection? Now we gotta be checking our kinfolk's mail.
Well, I mean, I got to go check on Navia because apparently there's someone's been giving out like laced letters to lawyers, and she's paralegal. So he kind of like stops and he frowns. He goes, I got to go check on her, make sure she's okay. But she's not kinfolk, so she's just like human.
She's just
So,
human.
just human.
All right. You wouldn't
And then
want
there's
help on
JJ. Huh?
that. Like would you want help on that?
Not meeting her. I'm okay. I got to go talk to her about just like, I mean, I haven't caught up with her in like months. So I'm just going to go check in on her and make sure she's okay and, see what's up and then ask about my mom stuff. So I'm okay there. But afterwards, I'm hoping that maybe I can get some information and then I can let like you guys know. But yeah, I'm okay right now. Yeah, that's kind of what I've been doing. Just and he'll set out like the clippings and he'll just be like, and out of character, I will show you guys in like a message what they say so you guys can actually like physically see them in a little bit. But he goes, yeah, if you guys want these, you can have them. I took copies and I wrote it down. But yeah, there's a number here and it just says the cure and just some number. I don't know if Tom's able to do and Icarus wiggles his fingers like his whatever it is that he does to maybe get more information. Like the newsletters are obviously anonymous to the editor, so but like I said, apparently the cure is there. I don't know what that means, but the guy Lovelace is in connection to, I guess, whatever happened with Dorian's uncle. So it sounds like there's some overlapping points of interest here.
If Icarus pulls out clippings, Clay is gonna read one, but as he's reading one through the pack link, he's gonna say, "I'm concerned."
I missed a little bit of context. I'm sorry, something came up.
Okay. What context are you missing?
I think what I heard was Lovelace is in connection with something about a cure, and it overlaps with Dorian and
His uncle
what's going on with his uncle. Yeah,
and
Yeah.
The cure, and there's lacing of mail.
Oh no, I knew that. Yeah, that part. Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently they're lacing.
And how Icarus doesn't want to think down a certain direction because that means his mom hadn't died of natural causes. And
Yeah, I remember that's how he started this.
yeah. Oh, Clay just says over the pack link as he's reading one of the newspaper clippings. Just like, I'm concerned.
Why?
How many of us can actually say that our parents died of natural causes?
That's fair. It is a dangerous life.
And still through the pack link as he is reading, Lovelace was involved with Dorian's uncle. There's this cure going around. We gotta check kinfolk's mail now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't like it. You like it?
Of course not. I don't know what the next step is. I don't want to step on Icarus's toes. I'll help in any way that I can, but
Maybe we can. What do you think? Maybe move up the Texas trip.
I'm sorry, what did he say?
Maybe move up the Texas trip.
Hey, you don't gotta ask me about that. I already gave you my blessing. It's whenever you're confident and ready to do that.
All right. Well, yeah. Let's broach this subject like a jackhammer then. And while he's reading one of the letters, you're with us, right, Catherine?
Yes, I'm here. Icarus is kind of like melted off, like while the silence was there to like reread over the letters. Almost you could just see like he's reading them as if he's trying to like imprint like everything he's reading. So fact that you guys got silent around him, he's kind of not too terribly concerned or even worried. I don't think he even noticed that, it just got like that like really quiet.
Hey, Icarus.
Oh yeah.
Now I got a favor I wanted to ask you. I don't want to dismiss this or make it feel like you got to ignore it, but see, Milo and I were thinking about heading out pretty soon for it.
For
Well,
what?
well, and if you, uh, yeah, I'm gonna actually, I am actually gonna roll manipulation subterfuge on this because he is completely using this as a distraction tactic, like 100%. So I do not have any
Okay.
argument against not rolling.
Okay.
Um, subterfuge and subterfuge and manipulation. So that's gonna be 5 dice.
It's more than I have.
I know, right? It's almost like I'm playing a social tribe.
You know,
Just
last time
out
we were
somebody.
talking about. So, OOC sidebar, I apologize. When we were talking in chat about Icarus' snot, like I almost said emotional support Fiona.
Icarus is blown through whatever bullshit's about to happen.
Oh yeah,
This is some.
there is no subtlety at all. He is trying to completely like sidestep this conversation. Like, we're gonna focus on this now.
We were thinking about going to a Mets game. So,
Yeah, a Mets game.
A Mets game.
lovely weather we are having.
Fuck. That's 310. Holy shit. What the fuck?
You asked him, we're going. Icarus is like, I'm suspicious. Where? Where? You're looking guilty. Suspect.
Milo's a little fooled. Like, wait, where are we going? He doesn't say that, but
so no, no, it's pretty obvious that he is trying to distract Icarus from this at this point. Like he's trying and failing to use a segue of the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Well, see, you've been around when I've talked about my mama and my papa, right? My mama and the Stuttons in general, right?
No. But continue.
No?
Nope.
Like you ain't ever heard of the folk who raised me? I ain't never talked about that before. Do you?
We don't hang out much. Icarus looks hella concerned. He's just like, what? Are you okay? Did you forget that we don't spend much time together? That's like, but you go ahead.
He's just like, well, shit. All right. Well, you know I was dumped off at this sept, right?
Yes.
I was a gift. And he does air quotes. The kinfolk who dropped me off were forced to do so by my grandfather. And well, you know you remember the name of the sept that I come from?
No.
The sept of the Iron Bull in
Okay.
Austin. It's in Austin, Texas.
Mm.
And well, that's the only place that I know that harbors members of the Brotherhood of Hearn. It's a group within my tribe, Fiona, that well, I'm looking for membership.
Oh.
But if I go back there, there's a part of me that cannot resist, that refuses to resist, to see which of the Stuttons, the kinfolk who raised me, my papa who taught me everything that he knew in the forge, my Mima who taught me how to read, that huge family. I want to see which ones of them will want to come back to the city. Because I can't make sure that they're safe states away. And I owe them so much. Now, I've already talked to Havika about this. And I have Milo's blessing to ask you. But I was curious. Like you accompanied Milo through the Silver Path, face the Ice Queen. Would you come with us to Texas?
I've never left like Jersey until like a year ago. And now I get to go like out west. Fuck yeah, I do. I'm so excited. Wait, no, I went north to Canada. That's so cool. Oh man, do I need to get it? I don't need a passport, do I? No, wait, Icarus, you're going just to another state in the United States. I'm good. Yes. What do I pack? Is it like hot like here? Because it's hot here. Like
It's a
is
different
it hot
kind
like
of
that
heat.
over there?
It's a
Oh.
different kind of heat.
So do I have to go shopping? Because if I tell Mabel, then she's gonna like probably like buy me a bunch of stuff. And you got to let me know what I need to pack so that I can let her know so she can help me pack.
Pretty sure whatever you have is fine. It's just summer there. It's different.
Well, you got to give me more. Look, you know what? Forget it. I can look it up. You said where we're going. We're going to Texas. I'm going to read up on Texas. Should I read up on Texas?
If you want, but that's not really the difference I was talking about.
Oh, is it because I'm broke? Is it because I'm a bonar? Is that what it is? Because I mean, I'm pretty cool. I can clean up really well.
No, it's because my grandfather is the one that ordered my parents to be killed. Icarus.
It's going to be a rough sept.
It's not going to be fun. I wasn't beat. I wasn't made fun of. I wasn't ridiculed. I wasn't made the mascot of that sept. As is the normal treatment of Fiona Metis. I was ignored. I was neglected. It was better to pretend I didn't exist. That's why the kinfolk raised me. I know that's probably going to be tough. I don't want you to do anything you're not ready for or you don't want to do. But you helped Milo on the Silver Path. You helped Milo with the Ice Queen. And, well, I'm asking for your help here.
Are you beating him up? Are we slashing his tires? Are we gonna write Icarus was here on his shit? Can I do that?
if you want to do that.
Excellent. So I'm
My
probably gonna kick him in the
grandfather,
shin too.
my grandfather has made it clear that I ain't a part of his family,
Well,
and
duh,
he
because
ain't
you're
a
a part
part of
of
mine.
our family. Exactly. You're our family
As
now. Best thing he did was give you us our
as
family.
tempting as that would be, there is a tenet of our litany that says we cannot.
We have to respect the territory of another.
That's
But
right.
Milo, he's your territory now. So he starts anything, he'd be disrespecting you. And then I could start shit. Icarus has this look of, yeah.
I ain't worried about that.
What I'm hearing is he's okay if I do it.
I ain't worried about that. I'm worried about the studs. My family.
Mm.
Clay wants
When
to
we
get him
leaving?
back.
Okay. Yeah. Let's go get her. Yeah.
So you
We
come with?
we don't have it.
Yeah.
What were you guys saying?
Hey, Clay was saying, so you come with.
Yeah.
We don't have a date or a time yet, but when we do, we'll give you as much heads up as we can.
Okay. Sure. We can yeah.
Clay silently gets up and comes over to Icarus, looks him in the eye, and wraps him in a huge hug.
There's a whole lot of sniffling going on in this hug. Because Icarus hugs
Thank you.
back.
Thank you so much.
There's a nonverbal nod. I mean, there's no words, just mm-hmm. They just hug. And Icarus pulls back, and you could just see he's like wiping off his face, and then like he pulls his shirt, and then he like wipes off a little bit of Clay's shirt, and he hugs him again.
Yep.
Snot. Yeah. Yeah, no, dude. Yeah, it's be fine. Be fine. He pulls back and he's like, he's not like hiding the fact that he's crying, but he's trying to hide the fact that he started snotting. Yeah. Tears are normal. Snotting that's just gross.
That's just gross.
Yeah. So you'll have to just make sure that you let me know what I need not to do around Fiona. Or I'll ask Toby. And I'll have to ask you because Toby may know like the broad what things not to do, but you know them better.
Yeah, I know them better. They're a lot more. They're a lot more conservative down there.
This is going to be a taste of what most of the nation out there is like.
This is also true. Should I live up to my stereotype? He looks at the two of them pretty here's a concerned look on his face. He's just like, I don't want to.
I think.
Okay.
I think once they hear that you're a bone gnar, they're gonna have certain expectations. Whether or not you decide to live up to them or not is completely up to you.
Okay.
Honestly, my grandfather could stand to get a little egg on his face.
Okay. Hear this.
The main thing we're thinking about is that we do certain things that they're not going to understand, like giving a shit about Clay.
Like giving a shit about me.
That family. Okay.
Yeah.
I've heard about these families. I've never known these families.
Before I came along, the Sept of the Iron Bull had not seen a Metis in a decade. I'm told that the night I was born, he had the Seps Bragabash surround the house. My parents were. And they threw torches into the house. I don't know how they barred my parents from exiting. The spirits were involved. Didn't allow them to escape to the Umbra. And it was only when my grandfather went back in the morning to make sure that everything had burned down to the ground that he had found me there. Spirits, it seemed, didn't want to kill the innocent. So yeah, that's what you're gonna go face. To Milo and I. If you want.
Yeah. I'm ready to smash some stereotypes, make you think a little differently, and catch some sun.
The beaches on the coast of Texas. They are perfect.
Is that like the ocean? Is it the ocean? I mean, does the Hudson River really count? I mean, I guess so. Yeah. All right. Let's go do this.
Thank you, Icarus.
Yeah. No problem. I would do this for just about anyone. And by just about anyone, I wouldn't do it for the Silver Tusks, because they seem to have their shit together over there. They don't need my help.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of, they seem to keep treating people to lunch.
Yeah, they keep trying to get the attention of cubs for some reason.
Cubs? Packs? What will the cubs do? Will they join other packs? Will they make their own pack?
I don't know, but Ethan was there for my challenge. He saw what they did.
Harson too.
No.
Maybe that's why they ain't taking them.
No, Ethan. I heard Ethan went out for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Tina's been out a bit, and Cesar was out for a bit. Icarus is kind of like, it kind of started getting more and more concerned. He's like, and they went out for a bit. I don't want to say they're not allowed to, because cubs are allowed to make their own decisions. And I always have issues with the Silver Tusk. That's my issues. And I don't want to project.
I think we all got issues with the Silver Tusks.
So
I told Tina that there are very few decisions that we actually get to make. And I believe that. I told her that when it comes to tribes especially, take your time and don't rush into it. I like to think she'd do the same about packs as well. I wish I could have the same talk with Cesar and all of the cubs, honestly, but
yeah. I mean, I've been in
sure,
when I do.
Milo's just gonna say, I'm sure Toby would, though.
I've heard they're talking about going out to go clubbing. I know because Cesar and Mabel have talked about going out, and he's always seemed to be really excited about the idea. And apparently, the other Cubs are trying to go. So I don't know. Maybe I guess I kind of hope that they would do me and the other Cubs have been talking about, which was form our own pack. Because I mean, who else understands what you're going through better than the people who are going through it with you? But again, you might find yourself, in the company and the presence of other people who may not get what you're coming through, but maybe something that you're looking to achieve, and by getting with them, you can probably get there. I don't know.
Well, the hope is that they'll see through the Silver Tusks bullshit.
Whatever they decide after that, it's up to them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right.
Going to Texas.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm gonna get the most obnoxious shirt once we get there.
Oh, please fucking do.
Absolutely. I'm gonna get a second one, and I'm gonna give it to your granddad, because it's only polite get the most obnoxious New York shirt I can find.
Ooh.
Got to make
Right.
sure I love to stereotype.
Make sure you get a 10-gallon hat that is actually 10 gallons.
Yes.
They make them that big.
I don't know. I'm about to find out. I'm gonna get. I love the Big Apple on shirts. I get one of those. What else? What else do we have here? What else do we have that's really obnoxious? And that's mostly it. That's mostly it. Just I'm gonna take a bunch of photos with me trying to take pictures of like different places that I've been to, but just mostly just me. And I'm gonna give them to your granddad, and I'm gonna spend all the time I can talking about how life is in the Big Apple. Because as a bonar, we take pride in where we live.
Yes, you
Well,
do.
that's what we'll do then. We'll throw Sick and Icarus at the same time. Didn't work, but we'll throw Icarus at him, and while they're busy talking, we'll smuggle the Stuttons out.
I doubt it'll be this easy, but I like to at least believe that it could be this easy.
We'll see. We'll see when we get there. I also have
Yeah.
to petition. I also have to petition the Brotherhood of Hearn that are stationed there for membership.
Well, I know I was just joking, but definitely, and I know I said it before, but you need to put a lot of thought into how we're going to do this, because we are taking away a resource.
We are, even if no one claims it. I think I'm going to have to go talk to Jacob.
Oh.
Got to learn what words to say, where to dot my I's and cross my T's, stuff like that.
Yeah, anybody's gonna, use Gru ease and law at somebody. It's definitely Jacob. It's definitely Jacob.
Yeah. Maybe you can figure out a way that I can claim him as my territory. That sounds wrong. Fuck.
It is, but apparently that's how all Guru think, but not us, but other Guru. So
Most.
if we have to get that aggressive, it sucks. But we gotta sometimes play their games.
Sucks. It's fucking gross.
Yeah, like can imagine calling Maple like my territory. She'd probably punch me in the face.
Frying pan. Dong.
Yeah, bam. There goes Icarus. This is how he died. He called Maple his territory. Whether it's joking or not, we'll never know.
He does make a pretty imprint, though. Right. Thank you, Icarus. And I promise, if Milo will allow it, I promise that when we get back, at least I'll definitely owe you one. What do you think, Milo?
Well, as long as you keep that word, that's all I care about. As for me, and he looks at Icarus. I don't know. I don't know that I own one.
suppose that's fair.
Yeah.
But he says it, he says it playfully. Right. I don't know that came out so well, but
Yes, it did. It did. Sounds like Icarus quickly, drinks whatever he had left of Shirley Temple. And he's just like, how about we have drinks and just catch up for the rest of the night? And you guys can get me out of my head for a little bit. I can hear more about, what you guys have been up to. I can hear more about Clay, about your parents and who these Suttons are, because I want to get to know them. I want to feel like I know them. I want to feel like, well, they're not my kinfolk. They feel like my family. Because when they come here, they'll be family.
I think you and definitely think you and Mama will get along. Mama ain't hate. Mama ain't have hate for no one. That's how she raised me.
Yeah.
Papa, he's a hard man, but he's fair. He's the man that taught me how to run a forge. So when he gets here, if he gets here, if he wants to come, I ain't gonna force him. I can't. I would never dream of forcing that man to do anything. He'll he'll definitely have some ideas for this space up by the training ground.
speaking of, does that man have a phone?
He probably does. But the time I got mine, I didn't know his phone number.
It's true. Well, that certainly does complicate things.
Sorry about that.
That's all right. I love going in blind.
Yeah, right. Okay. Sure.
Are ravens common in the area?
I mean, it's Texas. There are places where there's just desert, so carrying kind of. I don't know. I have no idea. I know that I I know that I knew what a Corax was before I came here. Part of
Well,
me and Fiona.
do you think that we could sweet talk with a good deal one of the Coraxes into giving word before we go down?
I mean, we could see.
I mean, I don't know how much you want to blindside people.
I kind of want to, honestly.
Okay.
I kind of want to show up, and I want them to hear that I am outside of their door, and they can't fucking ignore me.
All right.
Fuck yeah.
Here for it.
Anyway, thank you, Icarus. I just gotta knock on the door for that, so I think I need to hurry up and go.
I hear that.
So I think on that note, alongside with what Icarus was saying, that now's probably a good point to sort of fade off until they spend the evening saying pleasantries about Clay's family, about what's going on, and just sort of happy.
Oh yeah, he would tell you all the stories of, you
Yes.
know, his the first time he was in the forge. I mean, his first change was in the forge, and he'd tell you about how he managed to get out of the cairn heart and managed to run down to Pawpaw Stutton's forge, where where he changed into a Hamid for the first time because he was so scared and he wanted to hide from everyone else, and no one knew it was him at first. So
Okay. Mhm.
yeah, he'd tell you a whole mess of stories.
Good,
And
good.
if yeah, if that's a good place to end it, then thank you
Yeah.
players for thank you players for playing. Thank you any watchers for watching. This has been another scene for the Living World of Darkness, Rage Across New York. Everyone, have a good night.